ओके चलो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस गाइस। ये एक जबरदस्त चैप्टर है, छोटा सा चैप्टर है। ओके कॉन्सेप्चुअल है, इसमें से सम्स कुछ खास नहीं है क्योंकि ये डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस आपका ओवरहेड जो चैप्टर है उसके साथ मर्ज हो जाता है एक साथ में, ठीक है। तो ये डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस है क्या गाइस? सबसे पहले हम लोग जो भी कॉस्ट अभी तक इंकर करके आए, मतलब पढ़ के आए, जैसे डायरेक्ट मटेरियल का कॉस्ट, डायरेक्ट लेबर का कॉस्ट, और ये वन ऑफ द कॉस्ट इज द डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस। जैसे कॉस्ट मेनली दो तरीके का होता है, हम लोग सीखे थे, डायरेक्ट और इनडायरेक्ट। डायरेक्ट में डायरेक्ट मटेरियल, डायरेक्ट लेबर एंड डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस। वैसे ही इनडायरेक्ट मटेरियल में इनडायरेक्ट मटेरियल, indirect labor and indirect expenses like rent, salary, office expenses, etc. And in case of direct expense, the expenses as per the cost accounting standard 10 which are directly related to the production or engaged with the production is the direct expense guys. Direct expense is the expenses or cost which are directly engaged, okay, with the production or manufacturing as per the cost accounting standard 10. So क्या क्या देखते हैं एक बार, देखो, all expenditure other than those incurred for procurement of material and labor are termed as expenses, and expenses can be classified under direct or indirect expense. The classification is based on whether the expenses is traceable to cost center or unit. Expenses or cost which can be allocated to a cost center or cost unit are referred as direct expense. See what is the written? It's clear sir. See डायरेक्ट और इनडायरेक्ट, ये दो खर्चे होते हैं मेनली, ओके, डायरेक्ट एंड इनडायरेक्ट। इफ आई एम गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 10, ओके, जो कि डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस के बारे में बताता है, ठीक है, और डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस से पूरा डील करता है डायरेक्टली। सी कास्ट 10 जो डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस को डिफाइन करता है, उसके हिसाब से अगर हम लोग सोचेंगे, सी गाइस, व्हेन एनी एक्सपेंसेस और कॉस्ट which you can easily identify that this cost is related to that particular cost unit or center. Let's say any cost only related to the purchase department, it becomes a direct cost. It becomes a direct cost because if this cost is related to the manufacturing or production of the particular unit, okay, of the particular product, then it can be said that the expenses or cost as it has been directly allocated to that particular purchase department, it becomes your direct expenses. जैसे एक एग्जांपल बढ़िया, see guys, this is a pen. In the case I am also manufacturer of the pen, but I am a newcomer in the market, and this pen is actually the owner of this pen. It means the manufacturer of this pen is the Fort, F-O-R-T, Fort company, okay. So see, if I am going to say that I am going to enter into the market, but I don't have any brand name because I am a new guy, so to create a brand name I need something so that everyone can know me or everyone can understand my product so that they can purchase. But right now, if I want to sustain or make myself in a market, okay, so one thing is that first I need to step ahead with the hand of the person who has, or the hand of the manufacturer who has already into the market for several years or having existed into the market for several years. So I choose Ford, which is actually in the 10 years from the market for now, okay. Or maybe sir, there is a pen company Flair. So I told them, sir, I am going to manufacture the same type of pen that you are also going to manufacture and sell. I am going to use your brand name. I am going to use your brand name, for which I am going to give you 2 crores of money every year for using your brand name, because I know if I using this brand name of the Ford, this use and throw pen can be easily be sold out into the market because this cost is very minimum 3 rupees only. So if I am going, because it's lasting also very good, or at least like you can say 15 days, depends on the like usage, maximum 15 days you can use. So with a like 3 rupees, if you can utilize a particular pen for a 15 days, it's a very good guys. So क्या हुआ इसमें, I am using Ford का name, okay. So I told Ford, give take my 2 crore rupees. So I paid him 2 crore rupees for using his name. He knows that I am also going to sell my pen. He also going to sell his pen. No problem. I am into the market. He also into the market. दोनों जन मिलके करेंगे, क्या प्रॉब्लम है इसमें? So he allows me to use his brand name, for which I pays 2 crore rupees his money. The money so paid is called royalty. Again I am repeating, the money so paid is called the royalty. Because I am using his brand name, so any money paid for using the brand name is called the royalty or expenses. So these expenses is known as what? Direct expenses, because without these expenses I am not able to sell this pen into the market. So first of all, it is directly engaged into my manufacturing process. Without this my manufacturing process become dull, because मैं जितना भी मैन्युफैक्चर कर लूं, I am not going to able to sell into the market. So to sell the product that already manufactured into the market, I want to use the brand name of the Ford. इसको क्या कहते हैं guys? क्या कहते हैं इसको? इसको बोलते हैं रॉयल्टी इनकम. और these royalty income is nothing but your direct expense, guys. Got it? Clear? And suppose I am like sitting just below the fan. So if the fan goes round, etc., then any cost I am going to pay for this particular fan, so with respect to the electricity, then it become my indirect expense, because without the fan I can also run. Okay, लेकिन see, any cost which are directly attributable to the production manufacturing, or it can be directly identified with respect to any cost center or cost unit, then it become direct cost, guys. Clear? It become direct cost. And royalty income is your pure example. ठीक है guys, चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. अब क्या इसमें कास्ट 10 direct define direct expense related to the manufacture of a product or rendering a service which can be identified linked with the cost object other than direct material cost and direct employee. Because see guys, we know what is the direct labor cost, we know sir what is the direct material cost. So why I am going to mix up the direct expenses cost with the material cost and the labor cost? That is what the prime cost or main cost for our production. Okay guys, clear? So now example of direct expenses like that: royalty charges on the production, job charges, okay, job charges, hire charges for use of specific equipment or specific job. Okay, so these are called direct expense, guys. आप सोचो, I am going to give you one example. I have a, let's say there is a medical camp I am going to organize. Okay guys, I am going to organize a medical camp. So I wanted to give free, okay, I am going to give a free services. I am going to give a free services to all the patients who will come and do their blood test at the camp. Okay, so everyone will come in the blood like in the camp, and there they get the free services with respect to the checkup of the blood. So see, I don't have the blood machine which can check the, let's say, sugar or let's say anything else. So I wanted to hire it from someone else. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू यूज दिस. वो एक्वेश्वर के किसका होता है ना छोटा सा एक, वैसा नहीं. आई वांटेड टू मेक अ बिग, जो क्लिनिक्स में होते हैं, दोज मशीन विच आर इन द क्लिनिक्स. सो आई बॉट अ मशीन which will take care every measurement with respect to the blood. Okay, so I am going to use this for, let's say, for 3 days. The camp is for the 3 days only. So any money which I am going to pay with respect to this particular hiring of machine, it become direct expense me. Because see, my motto is to give the service. Because I am a doctor, I wanted to get my name into the market. I want my name into the market. So what I wanted to do, I want to be in the market. So I want something to be special that I am going to give to everyone, so that everyone get a help from that. So I make one thing. What I am going to make, I just do one thing. Simply, I take the machine from them, pay some higher charges to them. I use this for the 3 days of camp, and then return it back. So the money so paid with respect to usage of this particular blood machine is called the higher charges, and it is called the direct expense also, guys. ठीक है? So देखो पूरा linked है. Any cost which can easily be identified as well as can be directly attributable to the production process or the manufacturing process called direct expenses. Clear है sir? और एग्जाम्पल याद रखिए guys. हाँ, I just wanted to request you to please remember the examples. It's quite a helpful for you guys. ठीक है, क्योंकि यहां से तो बड़ा क्वेश्चन नहीं आने वाला है, क्योंकि this question is marched with the awarded, so you can expect at least something MCQ maybe come from here. Okay guys, चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. What is the nature of direct expense or chargeable expense? What is the nature? A direct expense in relation to the product forms part of prime cost. Obviously, we know when we are doing the cost sheet, now the direct expenses or the chargeable expenses comes under the prime cost, guys. Indirect expense comes under the overhead. Okay, that we are going to cover. In relation to the product, direct material is a material that becomes a part of it and it can be physically traced in some form. So we can easily measure the direct expense. That is why now, if you cannot measure something directly, so why you are going to say it is a measured direct direct cost? Direct cost is one which can be measured directly. Indirect cost, rent. If you are hiring a go down and doing production, so you are doing production for, let's say, Parle-G biscuits and Tiger biscuits both. So you wanted to apportion that rent cost to these both the product. So you don't know how to allocate it. You have the option that the area so occupied by both the department Parle-G and Tiger, you can allocate the rent cost with respect to the area occupied. But what about electricity? Like, let's say you are going to say, sir, light point, sir. Okay, no problem. No problem, guys. Electricity light point के सबसे बांट दो. लेकिन guys, see, if I dedicate, like, easily identified that this electricity is only belongs to the Parle-G department, then this cost may become your direct cost. I am not telling this become a direct cost because ये सारे overheads होते हैं, ये सारे overheads होते हैं. But if these costs can be directly have a contribution towards my manufacturing process, then it can be easily defined as a direct cost to my manufacturing process. Okay guys, and what are the principles that we are going to follow? Guys, direct expenses incurred for the use of bought out resources shall be determined at inverse the agreed price, including duties and taxes and other expenditures directly attributable thereto net of trade discount, rebates and taxes and duties refunded to the creditor. So principle of measurement as per the cost 10 para 5 में ये बोला है कि whatever the cost incurred for bought out the resources means for the purchase of goods at the invoice price or the agreed price including duties and taxes and other expenditure attributable to the net of trade discount. So guys, बहुत easy चीज बोला है. Okay, it means the cost which we are going to incur to purchase the raw material. It means it is not like the purchase cost for raw material. It is like that other cost to purchase any like, let's say, for like any items for your production process, or for any cost which can be, you can say, like any duty you have paid. Let's say you are paying excise duty for the manufacturing purpose. So excise duty become part of your direct cost because बिना excise duty का you cannot manufacture. Okay guys, so it is one of the example. But guys, one thing very important, I am going to show you what cost need to be add, what cost need to be deduct, but most important two things. Number one, the duty or taxes so paid always to be included if the duty or taxes cannot be recovered. अगर आप सोचो, if any duty or taxes so paid by you, you can get the credit of the taxes so paid to the government in the future or for a particular period of time, then why you are going to add to your direct cost? आप अगर कोई पैसा पे कर रहे हो, if you are going to pay some money and you are getting the return back it after certain point of time, so what is your cost? Zero. If I am going to pay something, receiving something back, the same money, then it should not be your cost. It called cost earlier, then it is called recover. So any cost which is recoverable should not form part of your cost. आप लोग लिख सकते हो इसको, ये यहाँ पे सिर्फ नहीं लगेगा, जीएसटी में भी काम आता है बहुत. Any cost which is recoverable should not form part of your cost. And none of the things, second point is that trade discount, the discount will get at the time of purchase, okay, should form part of the calculation. It means you should have to deduct it. आपको ट्रेड डिस्काउंट लेस करना है, ये याद रखना है, ठीक है. अगर if trade discount is there, you should have, because see discount is what, it reduces your cost burden. Discount reduces your cost burden, so we need to we need to deduct the trade discount. Okay guys, this is the first point. In the case of research and development cost, the amount traceable to the cost object for development and improvement of the process of the existing product shall be included in the direct expense. So any cost related to the research and development, any cost related to the research and development should be added if it is attributable to that particular research or development. मतलब आप जो research के लिए expenses you are incurring, if it can be directly attributable for incurring the cost, then you can easily add it. Okay, so research and development cost you can add as a direct expenses if it is attributable with respect to the this particular product for which you are doing research and development, guys. Okay, clear है? चलो next direct expenses paid or incurred in lump sum, which are the one time payment, shall be amortized on the basis of the estimated output or benefit to be derived for such direct expense. We have understood this quite easily. See guys, if you have paid 1 lakh rupees for for a particular product, you paid 1 lakh rupees for a particular product. Now what happened? If you pay 1 lakh rupees for a particular product, so this cost is for, let's say for we are going to use this particular cost benefit for, let's say for next 5 years. So the cost incurred of rupees 1 lakh, you can utilize the benefit with respect to the cost to incur for next 5 rupees, and the cost is nothing but your direct cost. This cost is nothing but direct cost as identified by you. So what you are going to do, guys? Simple one thing, I am just telling you. If the cost is direct cost and the benefit can be attributable for the next 5 years, then simply you are going to amortize the direct cost of rupees 1 lakh for next 5 years, like 20,000 each year. Okay, this is called amortize, like depreciation. जैसे हम लोग एसेट का टोटल वैल्यू स्क्रैप वैल्यू माइनस करने के बाद ओरिजिनल कॉस्ट से डिवाइड नंबर ऑफ इयर्स, देन वी गेट द amount of depreciation. Like the same way, we are going to amortize the cost which are with the benefit of which we are going to get for the next certain period of time. Clear guys? Chalo. And please, these are very important because after this you can easily draw a question from here. Okay, any royalty or technical know-how fees, drawing designing fees are paid for which the benefit is ensured in the future period, you are going to include this. Okay, if an item of direct expense does not meet the test of materiality, it can be treated as a part of overhead. So guys, if any cost which doesn't meet the test of materiality, means this cost whether directly attributable to the manufacturing process or not, if it is not identified or if it fails that this cost is not so relevant with respect to the manufacturing process directly, then it become classified as indirect cost. It become classified as indirect cost and going to be charged under the overhead. Okay guys, going to be charged under the overhead. And finance cost, it means the incurred in the connection with the self-generated or procured resource shall not form part of the direct expense. So guys, any interest expenses you are going to pay should not form, because see आप business कर रहे हो, you are doing business for which you are doing the production of any particular product. So if any loan taken with respect to the any loan taken with respect to, like for, let's say for the procurement of material or anything else, okay, and the cost with respect to the interest cost you are incurring to procure the same thing or the loan should not form part of your cost. So any finance cost incurred in the connection with the self-generated or procured resources, okay, so it means you are going to procure any resources, or let's say for material आपको कुछ setup बनाना है, you are going to set up anything, so for which you need some 1 lakh rupees of money, you take the loan from the bank and utilize it, you are repaying interest plus principal every year, so the interest cost will not form part of your direct cost. Clear guys? Next, Direct expenses shall not include imputed cost. In case of goods produced for captive consumption, treatment of imputed cost shall be in accordance with the class 4. Treatment of what? Treatment of imputed cost shall be shall be in accordance with the class 4. So class 4 में आपको imputed cost related सारा चीज बताया गया है. ओके, class 4 में imputed cost related सारा चीज बताया गया है. ओके, so you have to remember this. And what is the imputed cost? I'm just going to tell you what is imputed cost and what is called captive consumption. Just telling you. Imputed cost means, guys, imputed cost means like जो cost होता ना, like whenever you are going to, okay, like utilize any resources. Okay, whenever you are going to utilize any resources, so if you are going to utilize any resources but you are not going to pay for it, क्या बोला मैंने? When you are going to utilize any resources but for which you are not going to pay for it, okay, इसको बोलते हैं imputed cost. मतलब say just example, in let's say property of the owner, okay, owner का property business use कर रहा है, no rent has been paid by the property, business. The property used by the business, the property is actually owner, the property is actually for the owner. So obviously if someone use the property of the owner, he or she may pay the rent to the owner, but in the given case business is not going to pay the rent, so it is called imputed cost. So इसका meaning क्या गया guys? If you are going to utilize something but for which you are not going to pay anything, it is called imputed cost. So the opportunity cost incurred, okay, for using any resources instead of investing the money is called the imputed cost. Example जो मैंने आपको बताया, like when you are utilizing the owner property, okay, so you are not paying the rent, it's an example. Or any interest on owner equity, so owner if invested in the business, he is not taking any interest from them. सोचो if he invest in the bank, he will easily get the interest from there, so he is not doing so. That is what called imputed cost. Right. Example लिख रहा है interest on owner equity, rent paid, rent paid मत लिखो, rent of the property owned by the owner used by the firm, owned by the owner used by the firm. Okay guys, clear? आगे बढ़ते चलिए. अब कैप्टिव कंजम्पशन क्या होता है? See, you guys already know captive means when the output of any process is going to be utilized by the another process as an input, it is called what? Captive consumption. I'm repeating guys. Let's say sorry guys. Let's say the output of a particular process, let's say आप shoe बनाते हो, shoe, you are a shoe manufacturer, so the sole made below the just the main shoe, the upfit and the lower fit, okay, so the upfit position has made by you. Now the lower fit position has to be made by the second process. So the first process utilize for manufacturing or the upmove portion of the shoe, and then it will be transferred to the another process for completing the process, the sole part. But see, if any portion of the leather that the process was utilized also to be utilized by the process too, it is called captive consumption. It is called captive consumption. It means the same output, like the same material that has been used by them and manufactured by them, and the same thing has also to be utilized by the other one is called captively consumed. एक का आउटपुट दूसरे का इनपुट, that is called captively consumed. Great, clear? एक का आउटपुट दूसरे का इनपुट. और एग्जांपल देते हैं, चलो और एग्जांपल आपको बताता है. जैसे मान के चलो आप चलिए गाइस, एक एग्जांपल आप लोग नोट कर सकते हो। जैसे मान के चलो मैंने क्या बोला, एक का आउटपुट दूसरे का इनपुट, ठीक है, एक का आउटपुट दूसरे का इनपुट। ओके, सो आप लोग सोचो, अगर एक का आउटपुट दूसरे का इनपुट होता है, ओके, तो क्या हो सकता है? सोचो थोड़ा, जस्ट थिंक अबाउट दिस। ये मैंने एग्जांपल दिया था। देखो मैं आपको एग्जांपल दूं, जैसे एक कोई कंपनी, एक कंपनी क्या बनाता है पता है? वो रॉ कॉटन्स खरीदता है और क्लॉथ्स बनाता है। रॉ कॉटन्स खरीदता है, क्लॉथ्स बनाता है। सो सी, ही परचेज रॉ कॉटन्स and utilize the raw cotton for the manufacturing of the cloth. So cloths, there should have some same, like for women's, men's, babies, there are different types of shape. So cottons makes the cloths, and these cloths will be consumed to make the shirts. These cloths can be consumed for make the salwar, or let's say you can say leggings, or let's say you can say it can be utilized for 3/4 span, correct, like that. So आपको सोचना है कि कोई भी प्रोडक्ट अगर दूसरा पार्ट कंज्यूम करके कोई फाइनल प्रोडक्ट बनाता है तो उसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? वी आर गोइंग टू से कैप्टिवली कंज्यूम। एनी डाउट वहां पे सोनिया? इट इज क्लियर? समझ में आया? I can't get you. Can you tell me again? अच्छा, नो, डीजल कैन नॉट बी सेड टू बी लाइक जनरेशन ऑफ द पावर, ये बोल नहीं सकते हो आप, क्योंकि द नेचर ऑफ द डीजल बिकम वैनिश्ड। सी, when you are going to use any product as a captively consumed, the nature should have there. See, in the example of cloth, when you made the shirt na, so cloth to rahenge na, it will be said the cloth, but it can be said like t-shirt or shirts. But when diesel converted into power, then the like the nature of the diesel vanished. The new item will be generated as a power. There is no information related to the diesel will be there in that particular, like no nature or the feature will be there. ये बोल नहीं सकते. So that's why it not become the example of the captively consumed goods. Okay. Like you are using butter. You are using the butter to make what? Butter paneer. Okay, you can see butter captively consumed in the making the butter paneer. It's a pure example. ठीक है, समझ में आया? क्योंकि बटर दिखता है वहां पे, टेस्ट भी लगता है, इसलिए बटर पनीर कह सकते हैं आप। अच्छा अच्छा एग्जाम्पल है, बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल है। ठीक है, चलिए, एंड देन नेक्स्ट, where direct expense are accounted as standard cost, variance due to normal reasons shall be treated as a part of the direct expenses, and variance due to abnormal reasons shall form part of the direct expense. Okay, shall not. So guys, याद रखना, when you are going to incur the direct expenses as a part of the standard costing method, as a part of the standard costing method, and we see we have made material variances, labor variance, etc. So when you are going to make analysis, the variances, any loss due to the normal reason will form part of the direct expenses, and any loss due to abnormal reason, it will not form part of the direct expenses. So any loss due to normal reason should form part of the direct expenses, where we are following standard costing method, and in case of the any abnormal reason, it should not form part of the direct expense, guys. Okay, guys, any money received from the government should not form part of the direct expense, because see, any subsidy grant आपको जो मिल रहा है ये तो benefits है. So any benefit you are going to receive from the government, or let's say from anyone, should be deducted from the direct expenses, because the expenses you incurred right now, the same things you are going to recover in the form of subsidy or grant or incentive from the any party or let's say for government. So if any money is receivable, जैसे मैंने आपको पहले बताया था, any money is recoverable should have to be deducted from the cost. Okay, next, any abnormal portion of the direct expense where it is material or quantified shall not form part of the direct expenses. Penalties, damages paid to statutory authorities or other third parties shall not form part of the direct expenses. Credit, recoveries relating to the direct expenses material and quantifiable shall be deducted to arrive at the direct expense. Guys, ये आपको याद रखने हैं, ठीक है? जब समझेगा आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. Any charges in the cost accounting principle applied for the measurement of direct expenses should be made only if it is required by law or for the compliance with the requirement of the cost accounting standard. So any expenses which is required by the law, or you can say which is a direct expenses, should form part of the direct cost. Okay, और वो आपका obviously cost accounting के principle से हिसाब से होना चाहिए. I am repeating, cost accounting के principle से हिसाब से होना चाहिए. Okay guys, now what are the disclosure record guys? It's very important. As per the guys, very important question. ये मैंने दिया भी है, ठीक है? I am going to share with you. Okay, कुछ चीजें जो आप वहां पे देखोगे, YouTube चैनल में मैंने एक वीडियो दिया है, वो आप देख लोगे, ठीक है? वहां पे मैंने आपको डिस्कस किया है कि कौन सा थ्योरी पढ़ना है, क्या पढ़ना है, कैसे स्ट्रेटेजी रहेगा, सारा चीज मैं आपको लिंक शेयर कर दूंगा, ठीक है? आप लोग देख लेना है, ठीक है? सो पैराग्राफ 8 ऑफ कास्ट 10 state that the disclosure shall be made only where material significant and quantifiable, and such disclosure shall be made if the body of the cost statement or as a footnote. So disclosure आपको देना है, like accounts में हम लोग क्या कहते हैं, we are going to give the notes. See, bad debt is recovered, so we are going to create the bad debt recovery in the PL account. Like that, the note any important is required to be given in the books, you should have to give in the books, and the disclosure that you are going to be mentioned with respect to the direct expense in the cost statement, that are the follows: the basis of distribution of direct expenses to the cost object, quantity and rates of item on direct expenses applicable, direct expenses are accounted as standard cost at price of usage variances, direct expenses representing procurement of resources or expense incurred, direct expenses paid or payable to the related party, and the direct expenses incurred in foreign exchange. Any subsidy, grant, incentive, any such payment reduced from direct expense, and credit recovery is related to the direct expense. These are all need to be given. These are all need to be given under the disclosure part. Okay guys, any abnormal portion of the direct expenses and any penalty or damages excluded from the direct expenses. Very important. आप इसको मार्क करके रख सकते हो. Very important. Any abnormal portion of the direct expenses, you have to give the notes, and remember, any penalty damages should have to be excluded from the direct expenses. Guys, we have discussed a lot of things that what are direct and indirect expense. आप ये कर लेना, एक बार go through करना. बहुत easy example देखो direct cost का, direct labor wages, cost of raw material, power, rent of factory, ठीक है? क्योंकि direct expense मतलब क्या होता है? देखो डायरेक्ट अगर खर्चा बोलते हैं तो मेनली तीन ही, मटेरियल कॉस्ट एंड डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट और डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस. सो डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस हम रॉयल्टी लिख सकते हो आराम से. और इनडायरेक्ट में देखो क्या क्या है, लीगल कंसल्टिंग सर्विसेज, ऑफिस एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन सर्विसेज, यूटिलिटी बिल, सैलरी टू ऑफ सुपरवाइजर एक्सेट्रा. सो गाइस, ये था डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस का पूरा थ्योरम पार्ट. अभी आप लोगों को मैं एक चीज दिखाऊंगा जो आप लोग नोट भी कर सकते हो. ओके, रिलेट टू द डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस गाइस. देखो गाइस, what are need to be included here and what we need to be deducted here. Invoice price for carriage. Okay, invoice price for the carriage आपको याद करना है, जैसे 50. Any duties and taxes, if it is not recoverable then add, if it is recoverable then don't add. Again I am repeating, if it is recoverable then please add, if it is don't recoverable then don't add. Okay, so any invoice price with respect to the goods should be first point. Your second point will be that, sir, duties and taxes which is not recoverable should be added. Okay, then other expenses which directly attributable to the particular task should be added. Then we need to discount, we need to deduct the discount from here. Remember, only trade discount should be deducted. Remember, only trade discount should be deducted. We will get the direct expenses for that particular job. We will get the direct expense for the particular job. So ये था आपका एक एग्जांपल बेसिक, जहां पे आपको कैलकुलेशन करना पड़ता है कैसे डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस होता है. और इसमें से और एक चीज यहां पे लिखा नहीं था गाइस, वी हैव टू आल्सो डिडक्ट पेनल्टी एंड डैमेजेस. वी ऑल्सो डिडक्ट पेनल्टी एंड डैमेजेस एक्सेट्रा, ये भी आप ऐड कर सकते हो, पेनल्टी एंड डैमेजेस। ओके गाइस, एक एग्जांपल देना था, जैसे हम लोग अभी डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि कैप्टिव कंजम्पशन वाला चीज। सो गाइस, जब हम लोग कार बनाते हैं, ओके मान के चलो, व्हेन यू आर गोइंग टू मैन्युफैक्चर न्यू कार, if suppose we are going to used the used tires in the new car, on when we are going to used already used tires in the manufacturing of any car, then it is called the tires are captively consumed. Captive means multiple use, guys, you can write it down. Now you get it now, Bhavya? Multiple means captively used. ये जीएसटी में बहुत अच्छी तरह से, ठीक है। चलिए गाइस, कुछ स्कैनर का क्वेश्चन हम लोगों ने किया था। सबसे पहले बुक का क्वेश्चन देखें, स्कैनर का क्वेश्चन जरूर देखेंगे। चलिए गाइस, लेट्स सी। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, रॉयल्टी पेड ऑन सेल्स 30,000, रॉयल्टी पेड ऑन यूनिट प्रोड्यूस 20,000, हायर चार्जेस ऑफ इक्विपमेंट यूज्ड फॉर प्रोडक्शन 2,000, डिजाइन चार्जेस 15,000, सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट चार्जेस रिलेटेड टू द प्रोडक्शन 20,000। सी गाइस, देखो रॉयल्टी पेड ऑन सेल्स ये तो आएंगे ही आएंगे, एंड एनी रॉयल्टी पेड ऑन यूनिट प्रोड्यूस ये भी आएंगे, क्योंकि दीज आर डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड, बिकॉज सी फॉर प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द पर्टिकुलर यूनिट or do sell any sale, like the example of Ford, we are paying the royalties, so definitely it is a form part of the direct cost. And any software development charges you are paying for the production, see it is directly related to the production, so should form part of the cost. And design charges 15,000, okay, obviously as along with that any higher charges you are paying for use of the production 2,000, so these all are part of the total direct expenses, so we need to add this, we will get the direct expenses cost. Clear guys? Come to question 47. A manufacturing unit produces two product X and Y, following information is furnished. Product X and product Y is given, okay. What is the unit produced by you? 20,000, 15,000, and unit sold in the quantity 15,000, 12,000. Machine hours utilized 10,000, 5,000. Design charges 15,000, 18,000. Software development charges 24,000, 36,000. Royalty paid on sale 54,000. At the rate 2 per unit sold for both the products. See guys, total royalty paid is 54,000, and with respect to the unit sold, the royalty become 2 per unit. ठीक है, royalty paid on unit produced is rupees 1 per unit, and the figure you see ना, these are already been matched if you calculate this. If see royalty sold के ऊपर जो the unit sold के ऊपर जो royalty है 15,000 into 2, it become how much? 30,000, and 12,000 into 2, it becomes 24,000. So 30,000 plus 24,000, it becomes 54,000. This is matching. And see, higher charges for equipment used in manufacturing product for product X only 5,000. See, this cost is only attributable to product X only. So this is the direct cost for product X. So we are going to add this under the direct cost of X only. So देखो बहुत easy है guys. Royalty paid on sale 15,000 into 30,000 and 12,000 into 24,000, because we need to just allocate this, because I know now how much unit sold, how much unit produced, so that's why. And any royalty paid on unit produced 20,000 into 1, 15,000 into 1. Higher charges of equipment used in manufacturing process of product X only 5,000 here, and design charges 15,000, 18,000 guys, and software development charges given separately. So if you add this, you will get the value. Okay, so see, that's what, very easy था guys. ठीक है guys, चलिए एक क्वेश्चन स्कैनर से जरूर करेंगे. We are going to solve from a scanner. Okay, a single question, so that your concept will get very very much clear on that. See, जून 15 में क्वेश्चन आया था guys. जून 15 का क्वेश्चन है जो कि अभी हम लोग सॉल्व करेंगे. ओके, I just coming to that question particularly. और याद रखना, इफ एनी क्वेश्चन कम you can at least able to answer it out. Okay, if you go through all the important point that is mentioned in the cast 10 na, related to which cost you need to incur under the direct expense or not, then you can easily solve any question if it is given in the exam. Okay, see guys, these are 5 mark question. देखो आप लोगों को दिख रहा है क्या, भाव्या, सोनिया, एवरीवन दिख रहा है क्या क्वेश्चन पूरा साफ? ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम, चले गाइस, ठीक है। अभी देखिए तो इट्स शोइंग, ठीक है। आई एम गोइंग टू शेयर इट आउट, नो प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल, जस्ट सी फ्रॉम देयर एंड आई एम गोइंग टू शो यू हाउ टू सॉल्व इट। चलो 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 चलो, देखिए मैं शेयर कर रहा हूं ये पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन। See guys, you got it now, everyone? Everyone got this? Under the group I have shared, okay? The question specifically. What is written? देखो आप लोग, compute the direct expenses of product X from the following information giving appropriate explanatory notes. Compute the total direct expenses of product X from the following information giving appropriate explanatory notes. Production unit 20,000, sale unit 16,000, labor hour 10,000. Okay guys, labor rate per hour is 8, royalty per unit of sale 2, royalty per unit of production 1, design charges 12,000, interest or loan for purchase of machine 5,000, higher charges of equipment used for manufacturing of product Y 6,000, penalty for violating patent 4,000. अच्छा guys, what they have asked us, compute total direct expense of product X. So they mainly concern related to the product X. So we are not going to worry anything other. We are only focusing on product X only. So if your total direct expense of product X, we are going to calculate. So from here, we are going to take only what देखो आप. So guys, penalty for violating of patent, okay, we should not form part of the cost because penalty add नहीं करते हम लोग. Higher charges of equipment used in manufacturing product Y, it is Y, so not to be added. Interest or loan for purchase of machine not to be added. Design charges definitely to be added. Royalty per unit of production 1, royalty per unit of sale. So guys, how much unit of sale that has? 20,000 and 60,000. So 20,000 into 1 rupees, this is the production unit, and 16,000 into 2 rupees, we'll get it. So labor hour तो लेना नहीं है, labor hour नहीं होता है, okay? Labor hour should not form part of the cost. So देखो आप लोग solution एक बार, royalty paid on the sale, सबसे पहले लिखना है computation of direct expense as per cast 10. Royalty paid on sale 2 into 16,000 32,000. Royalty paid on production 1 into 20,000 20,000. Design charges 12,000. So it becomes 64,000 guys, okay? And notes as per cast 10, finance cost is not a direct expenses. Penalty for violating patent is excluded from the direct expense. So see guys, क्या लिखा है हम लोगों ने? As per cast 10, finance cost नहीं आता है, हम लोग ऑलरेडी सीख चुके थे, पॉइंट में सीख चुके थे ऑलरेडी. वी हैव डिस्कस्ड इन पॉइंट नंबर 7 आई थिंक सो. And penalty for violating of the patent is excluded from the direct expense because it should not form part of the cost because you are breaching the contract or law. So it should not be the cost part. It's your fault. You are breaching the contract for which you are paying the cost. So guys, ये हो गया आपका direct expenses का chapter guys. Clear है?